Well, and I think what's really interesting, Ann and I talk about sort of the evolution of the costumes, but also the evolution of the character. I mean, Chloe, you've sort of, your costume has also evolved with who your character is. I mean, how has that felt? Now you're in fourth season.
No, it's crazy. What's funny about the costume is that when I first got cast, Joss actually was really into, he was like, so you're always going to be wearing flower dresses, and you're going to have like long scarves and like leg warmers and like arm warmers. I was like, what? Aren't I a hack? So, and then Jed and Marissa had a totally different idea of what they wanted the character to look like, and it kind of has evolved in that direction. But I remember our first like screen test, which I think they just showed at our panel. Did anyone see that? Yeah, he wanted me in like a dress, like a flower dress, and that's what he wanted, which is funny to think about now because it's so not what my character is. But yeah, it's been great. It's been really fun. Every year we start shooting, and I have a whole a secret Pinterest page, and I have every season character. So we've been doing that the past couple weeks.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that I'm the proudest of on the show is how all of the characters have evolved. I mean, I think especially with Elizabeth and Ian, watching who they were in season 1, and seeing where they've gone to season 3. It's great because you still recognize who they are from season 1 to season 2 to season 3, but there's such a great change, there's such a great arc. And it's awesome getting to create these characters and figuring out what that arc is with the actors. So
well, Fitz also just got hotter.
Yeah, he got
am I right?
He's always high.
That was
That's both.
Yeah. Oh, I had a question. Oh, sorry, I blanked. Sorry, guys. It's tradition to be hung over at the Women of Marvel panel, so real role models up here.
It's a power hang-up.
I actually had a question for the ladies of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like, we talk so much about transformation, specifically when a civilian becomes a hero, or whatever sort of powerful skills that the characters have. What is that? Do you guys, when you put on your, whatever costumes you're wearing for the show, is there a transformative process for you guys? Like, how does that feel? Like, what zone do you get into?
Yeah, definitely I mean, you know, Quake, it's hard to put on the Quake costume and not kind of feel super badass. And I really never feel that badass ever because I'm really clumsy. Yeah, there's something it's really empowering. But you know, it's funny because we have a lot of really great directors, but sometimes, you know, no offense, men, but sometimes they just don't get it. And a lot of the times, direction that's given to us, or I've had, you know, certain people say, okay, well, you know, we just want it to be a little less emotional, and you just want to be a little bit more badass and more, you know, and basically describing more male characteristics. And my favorite part about playing Daisy is that I think she's so badass because she is able to feel so much, and she's so empathetic, and she cares for people so much, and she's maternal in a way, in her own weird way now. And you know, this season she's going more rogue, and she's doing that because she cares about the team so much, and she feels like she has to she would bring harm to them, so she's going to separate herself and put herself through that pain for them in her own, while wearing like a ton of eye makeup, like a really dramatic way. It's a little dramatic, but yeah. Was that even your question?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
I just like hearing you talk, Chloe. Yeah, all day.
I mean, I think why I love Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. so much is that like half the team is incredibly empowering and powerful women. I'm going to speak English today. But in each one of you is sort of an iconic moment in not just Marvel heroines, but also in overall film and TV. You know, we've got Elizabeth as this female scientist who is rocking, who is, you know, doing her. And you know, we have Agent May being epic, and then obviously, you know, Quake with now an Asian American superhero.
Yeah. I hope. Well, yeah, for her.
No, I will never recover Ming from that fight in the silver dress. That was like the badass Ming versus Ming in heels.
Yeah.
I remember when Anne and I talked about what I was going to wear, and she brought out this fabric.
Ming is not hungover at all. Very not hungover. No one.
No.
None of us. None of us are hungover.
I'm actually not.
Except that light over there is really bright. And it's annoying the hell out of me. I'm just very light sensitive. But getting back. Well, anyway, the dress. So she brought and it looked like a disco ball material, and I was like, no, I'm not wearing this silver shiny thing. And she says, just trust me. Anne always says that. She says,
That's literally. That's what really. It just try.
just trust me. And of course we do, because it's been like, now in this 4th season, I don't even question, when she has ideas, I get very excited and I trust her. But at that time it was season 2.
Yeah.
And so I was still working on the trust thing, especially. And then she and her team of amazing tailors and seamstresses, is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Seems dry.
Yeah, it's right.
I wanted to be PC, but seamsters. What? Seamsters. Okay, they are seamsters.
I like it.
And and she put it on me, and it was amazing, and it was beautiful. And I still had a little bit of trepidation about how to fight in it and everything. And she just worked in putting on like little silver shorts for me so that we could fight in it. And
we put panels in too. We found some silver stretch fabric so we could sew panels into the side so that she could actually have movement and fight.
right.
And you were a disco badass.
Thank you. But what was so funny was I was so worried about the lingerie more than the dress. And then it became where the lingerie was so comfortable to fight in.
More comfortable than the dress.
So, you just never know. But it really did help to, just create those moments of glamour that we never
really
do.
badass. Was it fun fighting in it? I mean, like besides uncomfortable, but was it?
It was kind of cool.
Right?
Yeah. Because you can still fight in heels and a dress and still kick ass. That's what a woman can do.
Absolutely.
And on top of the sort of the science, the idea of the science, like Elizabeth, we've talked about sort of your, I don't know if like responsibility is the word, but like being like you're rocking. Season 3, you were amazing, but you're smart and intelligent, but still a beautiful, like to be a scientist and to be smart, you don't have to look like a nerd, and that's what I love about you on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Well, I might get a sparkly dress this season, maybe.
Ooh.
This is when we can start some sort of Twitter campaign.
Yes.
Although I wouldn't wear it like you wore it.
Well, you did get your leather pants last season.
I did get leather pants. So
Oh, and you had a sparkly. Yeah.
I had a sparkly little thing here. That's
Sparkly
sparkly as Simmons gets. No, thank you. It's really important to me that Simmons is portrayed, as authentically as possible. And I think, we've all had jobs where you go in for the dorky scientist and they go, oh, we need your top a bit lower and your skirt a bit shorter and you're going to wear these stilettos, and you go, oh. The character description says, I am a scientist in a lab. You just wouldn't, it's clearly said by people that have never worn heels in their life. There's no way you do a full day in a lab in heels. And so, and for me, it's all about the shoes as an actor to get in the role, because it changes everything. It changes how you walk, how you stand, how you feel, how you can run or not. It's really important. And Simmons' little boots from season
I remember
one.
this.
Oh, as soon as I put them on, I mean, I have slight PTSD because, you know, they were with me on the planet and all that.
Yeah.
A lot of things happened in those booths. But it really puts me into her straight away. Don't even go there, Ming. sorry.
Were you so scared to have to, I mean, the planet thing, were you so like, you were just thrown into that? Were you just so freaked out that it was like a big solo moment?
I was excited. I felt like it's such a huge honor to be given something that big to tackle. And I mean, we're really a huge team and the cast weren't there, but I got texts from them all the time and just felt very supported and our crew was amazing. And it was so cool for Simmons to have that to show that she can do that as well. And also that she's scrappy. I mean, she didn't have any training. All that got her through that was her strength of character and her resourcefulness, which is a huge part of being a human, and a woman, and a scientist, and it wasn't like a big surprise somehow that she kind of came into her own and stood up for herself. So I think it's an important part of her character that I'm really glad that's seen.
What I love about like your character, like the Fitz and Simmons relationship in particular, is that you're such equals.
Yeah.
Like you're very different and you have your own personalities and have a great way of kind of leveling each other out when one is a bit too crazy. But but I've noticed for all of you guys, like there's been such an evolution of your character arcs, and your journeys have written so eloquently and so beautifully. I mean, what has been that process for you guys in terms of understanding where your characters were, where they are now, and where you hope that they can go?
I feel like it was, and I'm speaking for myself, but I feel like it felt really organic. I mean, for me as Sky and then now Daisy, because we really were, we were introduced to each other as actors, and we were part of this big new team, and it was this big deal for Marvel to have a live action show. There's a lot of weight on our shoulders to produce a good product. And on screen we have a team, and Coulson's been given this plane, and we have a lot of pressure on us to do good and work together as a team. And it felt really organic to kind of get to know each other as the characters were get to know it. Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah, that makes
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get to knowing each other.
Just breathe.
What was I saying?
No, it was great. You got it. You nailed it.
But we got it. Yeah, and then season 2. You go through stuff on a TV show. It's we work. It really isn't glamorous. It's a wonderful job, but it's a lot of hard work, and that changes you. And then being in the spotlight changes you, and we've grown together so much, and I feel like that's. You can see it on the show, and we've gotten in arguments off screen, on screen. We've had everything's happened, and I feel like it really works, and it's kind of translated onto screen.
There's a lot of trust in there too, because we don't know what's coming next. We get the scripts episode to episode the day before we're about to shoot them, and so you have to we have a brilliant team of writers, and having Marissa Tancherone on, at the helm with our other amazing executive producers, we trust them, and they want the best for us, and they protect us, and we're like their daughters, and they want to portray. It's really important to them that women are portrayed positively, and also that we have flaws, and that's wonderful and fine and cool, and the dudes have flaws, and we're all kind of. Just.
Do you feel a difference having a woman in that power position?
Absolutely. As well as, Marissa.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She's incredible. She should be here. She really sets the tone, and
She does. I mean, and she's also a huge part of why the show looks the way that it does. I work so closely with Mo, probably closer than anyone else on the show. I mean, we have created these amazing characters that I'm so lucky to have her voice.
And the thing is that what's so amazing, I'm trying to learn this from her because I'm completely the opposite. She does it with efficiency and quietness. She never has to raise her voice.
No.
She's always calm, she's always pleasant, but she gets her messages across because she's confident and she's you know, intelligent, and she's so zen in that way, and it's incredible how powerful she is with, you know, her petiteness and her quietness.
And she looks like a model.
It's beautiful. Yeah, and she's so talented. But I'm trying to learn from that. So
Yeah, we call her our warrior princess.
And it's tough, you know, there's a lot of pressures, especially I think we feel it as women, especially, you know, there's a lot of pressures to look a certain way, and you know, there's been so many times I've been in your office at a fitting and I'm crying because I feel uncomfortable, or I'm like, I don't look good, and it's, you know, and a lot of the time it's because I'm in that kind of state of mind, or, you know, Daisy obviously had a rough season, so, you know, it's clothes especially, which is fitting that, you know, we're doing this panel together. It's such society has such a specific way that they want women to be and to dress, and we don't ever play into that.
We never will. And that's what's important to me, and that's what I was saying earlier.
Like but it's sexy when we want to, when we feel like it's right, but it's sexy for us. When I want to feel sexy, or when Daisy wants to feel, then we do it. But it's not ever for any other person. It's not ever for people on the network.
Well, somebody sent me a really nice message about when Simmons was in her outfit for the club, and it's like, you don't have to be in a short dress with heels to look sexy.
And that's fine if you want to.
Yeah, but for Simmons and the character,
it didn't make sense for her as a
character.
character.
As a character, it didn't make sense to do that, but so we could show sexy in a different way. And as I said, it's all about empowering the girls, whether they're in their civilian stuff or whether they're in a superhero costume. That's the most important thing to me. Showing us.
Love you. And Anna's is such a trooper. Because, you know, ladies, there's that time when it's that time. And you're there and you're like, oh, nothing fits me. It's so horrible.
Wait, what's our favorite? Spanx.
Girl's best friend.
I feel like on that note.